Fear, anxiety, and stress. These things have been around for millions of years, yet you still decided to click on this video today. If you think about it, evolutionary, fear is a huge advantage to have, because then you're pre-programmed to avoid things that might hurt you. But what is even more interesting is that as a society, we love and idolize those who oppose this feeling. Every culture on earth has a story about a protagonist who opposes fear and withstands the pressure. And when you idolize someone, that normally means that you want to be like them or be them. So basically, everyone wants to be a bit more brave, because in today's society, these primal, sometimes irrational fears, so the things that were meant to protect us, are the things that harm us the most. So if you're noticing that you are very fearful, that you have a lot of anxiety, or you just want to become more brave, then I recommend you watch this video until the very end. So to solve your problems with fear, we're going to take a look into Marcus Aurelius's mind. Because fortunately he wrote it down, however it wasn't intended for anyone to read, it was just his thoughts. And that's why the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius are a very hard read. So let's just jump to the first point straight away, which is rationalizing your fears. When we fear something, we often don't know exactly what it is we fear. So it really helps breaking it down into single points and then taking action according to every single point. And it really works, because the initial fear was more of a feeling, something new, something unknown. However, if you break down that initial fear into these smaller parts, you'll find that your initial problem wasn't actually as complex as you thought. And it also wasn't as specific to you as you thought it to be. We as humans love to portray ourselves as the first who've encountered a specific problem. We love to be the one and only, even if it's not true. But Marcus Aurelius actually had the idea of everything reoccurring. He said, "Remember that everything has always been the same and keeps recurring, and it makes no difference whether you see the same things recur in 100 years or 200 or in an infinite period." He largely attributes these reoccurring patterns to something he calls the nature of the whole, which leads us to the second point, which is exactly the whole that Marcus Aurelius was talking about. And by the whole, he actually means the universe. And I absolutely love that rhetoric, as he says that everything has to work together in the universe. And so every single one of us is basically like a limb of the universe. But you don't have to believe in God or any higher entity. It also applies to the "we're just monkeys on a floating rock" nihilist. It doesn't matter if you're atheist, Christian, or if you believe in the flying spaghetti monster. Honestly, whatever lets you sleep at night. Because it's the beauty of realizing that you're an infinitely small amount of mass, in an infinitely small amount of time, in an infinitely huge universe, that makes you think, why not live a life that's worth living? Why not be kind and happy and enjoy the little time that you have and be helpful, or in Marcus Aurelius' words, be a good man or woman? And last, but definitely not least, is the fact that you have to realize that there are things you have control over and there are things that you do not have control over. There are things that you simply cannot influence in any way. So instead of worrying about what could have been and what could be, you have to realize that the only thing you can control right now is this moment right here. This way of thinking will make you more productive and less anxious. And another very beautiful idea of Marcus Aurelius is there is a part that only you can control, and that is your soul or your mind, or however you call it. And if you adapt the right mindset, nothing can get to that point. Nothing can hurt this thing. For example, you could improve your mindset by leaving a like on this video and subscribing, as well as leaving a comment down below. Also, feel free to leave any suggestions for any video topic. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next video.